Take 156. I'm just kidding. But seriously, this is like my 5th take. I really want to close this. I'm gonna close this because it's like distracting me. Anyways, new year, it's 2018, and I'm gonna talk about an old album. It's not that old, but it's old enough to say it's aged, but it's not like it hasn't aged badly or anything. It's BORNS, a Dopamine. And why do I want to talk about this? Because BORNS is actually coming out with a new album. Super hyped about it, by the way. I've been actually talking about every song that has came out on the album so far. And it comes out the 12th of January. And I just wanted to tell you my thoughts of the first album, kind of so you can go compare how I feel about that album to the next album, because I feel like they're gonna be totally kind of different spectrums of what I like about BORNS. What started me on BORNS was the first song I ever heard was 10,000 Emerald Pools, which really kicked, I didn't know what to think about it. I really didn't, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was okay at first, but then it took a while for me to adjust to his style, I guess, is what I would say. I really dug the bass in that song. It sounded very underwater, which is kind of the feel of the whole song. Makes you feel like you're going into the depths in this trench or whatever, but it's it's aquatic and good. And all you need is you know? 'Cause all I need is you. You're all I need to breathe. And the thing is, I wasn't actually gonna buy this album when it came out. I was like, it didn't, the cover of it just didn't appeal to me. I'm like, this is probably just some regular pop album, I'm gonna skip it. And then I decided, you know what, there's nothing else to review, let's find an album to hammer into. And I did, and oh my goodness, I fell in love with it. I didn't know what to expect from this. It really, at the time, I just wasn't, I was not thinking about love. I was in college, of course, and I was like, there's no such thing as love. It's stupid. I've gone on so many dates, all of them awful, usually. And then when that good one comes up, and it's just she doesn't want to talk to you or whatnot, ghosted, the term. Anyways, so I listened to this album, and it just rekindled what I felt. It just rekindled what love is supposed to make me feel, and I feel like BORNS puts so much range of emotion into this and paints a vivid picture of the person he's talking about throughout this album, especially with songs like American Money. I mean, the green eyes, you know, green like American money. That's not the only thing I absolutely love about this album. It's the productions. It has that psychedelic pop feel to it, but also it doesn't feel too strange to not get a grasp of what's going on in the song instrumentally, because he uses a lot of regular instruments in here. It's not anything too crazy and something you can't identify what it is, but definitely it's just a good time, especially with singles like Electric Love, which is what really pulled me into this album, because of that electrifying guitar and then the wah-wah vocals, I'd like to call it, because it's very airy. It feels like it's just out of this world when he's just singing Electric Love. I love how it was edited and put together. It really, and the thing about this dude too is that he's actually good at singing. Believe it or not, he's actually, I've watched videos of him live. He's freaking amazing. You should definitely check out some of his, he does a lot of, weird music video things, and they're great. I love them. They're usually live, and oh my goodness, it's so good. It's so good. Just check them out. I'm gonna put links in the description, because we can all gush about BORNS, because BORNS is my favorite artist of probably this decade, believe it or not, because he just encapsulates what I love about music. He's kind of like Queen to me. He knows how to use his vocals to convey emotion very well, and he also knows how to write. And the funny thing about this album, it's actually produced by Lana Del Rey's producers, which is kind of funny because they kind of match styles a little bit. He's kind of have that vocal style that she has sometimes in some of her songs. If I had to pick apart something about this album, the last two tracks are a bit lackluster compared to the magnum opus that is the rest of the album. I just feel like Fool is just like this like throwback song, and it's just like, it doesn't do anything for me, but it's very disco-esque, and I could see it being a fun song to be playing at a party, but it wouldn't be my first choice. I'd rather play Electric Love or Dug My Heart a Grave or something like that. And I didn't really care for Overnight Sensation either. Those two tracks just didn't really do much for me, but other than that, like Clouds, it's very slow paced, but it works very well. Dug My Heart is one of my favorites too on this album. It has this really cool like synthesized like effects going on in there. It kind of reminds me of something Tame Impala would do on Currents a little bit, just a tiny bit, not too much to go, he's stealing from him. Probably my favorite song on the album is Past Lives. I just love the beginning vocals that fade into the rest of the song. It just, like, it's my favorite moment on the album. It just, like, it shows his true talent, and yeah, of course there's vocal layers on it, but you know he can sing like that. I mean, if you've watched any of his live concerts, he can definitely pull it off. And it's my favorite. It just feels like I can connect to it. I feel like I can really connect to this album, and I just love the productions on it. I love the writing. I love BORNS as a person. As far as I know, he's just awesome, and this is one of my favorite albums of the decade. And I feel like I'm all over the place with this review, but you know, I haven't done a review, and this isn't scripted. I just decided I'm going to talk about Dopamine. I don't have a lot of time. I just want to express the love I have for this man, because I seriously would love to shake his hand and go, you did it, man. But yeah, I really love the songs on this album. There's 2 songs that are just okay, but the rest is so golden. It's golden. And I do recommend you listen to, there's a single that came out kind of not alongside the album, but I believe it was out before, Seeing Stars. That's a really good pop song that he's done, and it's just a single. Recommend you listen to that. And I don't know, I just recommend the whole album. I just really wanted to talk about this album before the release, and this is my only time where it's nice and quiet, and I figured I didn't need to write a review. I just wanted to kind of gush about it, and if you hate it, so what? Anyways, what is your favorite BORNS song at this point? I would have to say Faded Heart might be my favorite, and right next to Past Lives. Those two just go hand in hand as my favorites right now. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this really all over the place video, and peace.